Welcome to the Voyager Search installation guide for Voyager Server, one of our core products that includes Navigo, which is the configurable search user interface, Manage UI, which is the management center for the index and for Navigo configuration, as well as for user and security settings, and lastly Analytics, for index-related metrics tracking and analysis of user activity. In this video, we'll walk you through the step-by-step process of installing Voyager Server on your system. Whether you're evaluating the software or preparing for enterprise deployment, this guide will help you get started quickly and confidently. You'll begin by opening your preferred browser and typing in the address bar dl.voyagersearch.com. Once you open up this download page, you will see the available download options for Voyager's core products. For this video, we will download Voyager Server. It's important to note that Voyager Server works in tandem with VOS, and both need to be installed for the platform to work, where Server needs to be installed before VOS. First, before installing, you will need to meet the following system requirements, which is operating system needing to be Windows 64-bit, and your storage will need to have 400 megabytes of open memory. For step 1, locate voyagersearch.exe installer file you downloaded. Double-click the file to begin the installation process. Step 2, follow the prompts in the setup wizard. Select Yes to allow the application to make the necessary changes to your device for it to run. Accept the license agreement and hit Next. Then choose to install into a directory by selecting a destination file on your device where Voyager Server files will be stored. If no selection is made, it will default to the current Voyager install directory. The default folder is installed in your local C drive under the name Voyager. This is the key location where your Voyager Server files are located and managed during and after your deployment. Note that the location of this folder is configurable and that within it you have important files under the Data subfolder for configuration and logs for troubleshooting, debugging, and monitoring system performance and security. Select Next and then uncheck the box next to Create a Start Menu folder. Since Voyager Server is being installed as a service, it won't be necessary to select the Start Menu folder that would apply to applications. You will have the option to install Voyager as a service, where you will check that box and also the box for using a special user account for running the service. Select Browse and enter the name of your machine. Once you've input your machine's name, then enter your user account password you use to log into your machine. Click Next to proceed to the installation. Once the installation is finished, make sure the Run Voyager Search box is unchecked and then click Finish to close the wizard. You will then need to open up the Services application from your Windows Finder to start running the service so that you can open it on your web browser. Open the Windows App Finder and type in the search bar the word Services. Click the Services application and it will show you all the software running on your computer. Scroll down to Voyager Service, left-click over the name, and then select the Start option. If it hasn't been started, then the status will show nothing, and upon starting, it will change to running. You have now started the service and can open up Voyager to begin using. Go to your browser and type http://localhost:8888, where it will automatically open up the Voyager's Manage UI interface for setting up your instance. In this setup page, you will be guided through the initial setup where you can provide your admin credentials to activate and configure basic settings for your instance. Manage UI is one of 3 components of Voyager Server where you begin the setup process. For step 1, you will paste the license key in the text box that was provided to you by our Voyager team. Once the license key is entered, you will select Next. Now for step 2, you can configure your settings by naming your server and its URL, as well as selecting whether you want your server to have key indexing settings enabled, such as storing the full geometry of spatial data, as well as the full text of items being indexed. Note that these options use memory and processing resources. These settings can be changed later in Manage UI. You will have to restart Voyager Server and Manage UI for these indexing changes to take effect. An additional option for our default gazetteer can allow you to have administrative boundaries loaded into your instance to more easily search based on a country's states or provinces. After you have finished making changes to these settings, you will then select Next to proceed to step 3, which will initialize the completion of your Voyager server setup. Select Done, and it will open up the Voyager login page where you will enter your username and password. Note that the default username and password are both called admin. It is very important once you are logged into your instance that you change your password, which you can do by going to Manage, then to Security, Authentication, and then select Internal. Then select your username and then Change Password option. Enter your credentials and select Login. Congratulations! You've successfully installed and logged into Voyager Server. The next step will be to install Voyager's second and final application, VOS. Thank you for watching.